I'm Sekar Vernanda. I'm with my friends Fillah, Balqis, and Rika. Want to present our assignment from the Developing Skills for Effective Academic Presentation in EAP Elizabeth Bankowski, Hong Kong Baptist University articles. So, keep on watching!
So the next part is the author's rationale conducting the study. I'm going to explain a bit about this from the journal Developing Skills for Effective Academic Presentations in EAP. Most of the literature dealing with the methodology concentrates on delivery style of the oral presentations. We did not attempt to teach within the disciplines of our students. The researchers believe was that we could create a program that taught our students general inquiry strategies, rhetorical principles, and other transferable academic skills. It is increasingly important for teachers to learn more about what makes a presentation effective in school and how explicit instruction can help prepare students for the kinds of presentation activities they will need in academic and professional settings. Unaccustomed to carrying out individualistic research type work and that they are unfamiliar with the use of library resources, which are generally regarded as essential to such work. Next, I'm going to tell a bit about the author's aim conducting the study. The self-direction and active participation demanded by a challenge such as the research and delivery of an academic presentation cause some students to react with anxiety, confusion, and lack of understanding. Those things are hindering learners from reach what goals want. Students were required to give 2 oral presentations of 15 minutes duration, one before the training, early in the first semester, and one after the training, at the end of the academic year in the second semester.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Imansari. I'm from English department. In this video, I will explain the participant from the article Bonus Developing Skill for Effective Academic Presentation in EAP. First is Hong Kong students in EAP classes display a little confidence in the use of English in academic contexts. And they appear generally unprepared for the rigors of independent study and unable to present their work or ideas in original or creative way. And they have a self-direction and active participation demanded by a challenge such as the research delivery of academic presentation cause some students to reach anxiety, confusion, and lack of understanding. Second is this pattern of attitude and behavior has been noted by many research have become the subject of considerable research in Hong Kong. It would appear these behaviors are strongly grounded in the culture of Hong Kong are particularly problematic when students are required to make radical change in their learning style as the move for secondary Western model tertiary level education. The third is appear to hamper the application of Western-based style of teaching and learning approach that tend of emphasize active student involvement and independent inquiry. These factors include primary and secondary educational system based of repetition, memory, examination, and systems of authority and fear of failure. Many of these aspects of education stem from long-standing societal values related to Buddhism and Confucianism. Fourth is the value of silence and passivity in the classroom. may be seen as reflection of Buddhist tradition and the belief that knowledge, truth, and wisdom come to those who allow the spirit to enter. Not to compare to Platonic or Aristotelian system of succession that English has with a linear communication of ideas marked by sequence of topic sentences with further subdivision. Oriental writing is in contrast marked by interaction with thoughts moving in circles of or grays around. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Fillah Pertiwi. I'm from English department. In this video, I will explain participant in methodology part. First is 14 students majoring in religious studies, history and geography. Sociology were randomly selected from the 3 classes to be observed in the experiment. The details of the training are presented further in this paper. It was anticipated that the learning that occurs as a result of this training program will be evident in the oral work produced by students. Next is the list of developed skills and strategy was tested as small sample of oral presentation and some additional criteria were identified in the process and resulting the development of oral presentation evaluation. From use of assessment proposed in both presentations, some additional criteria were identified in the process, resulting development of the oral presentation evaluation forms. Last is the performance of students was the assessed according to this criteria and comparison of their first and second presentation before and after training was made. Comment of each student performed Banowski skill for effective academic presentation. 189 were recorded on evaluation sheet and including the level of accuracy at which the skills were displayed as well as the presence of absence of content strategies.
There are 3 steps of undertaken by the author. First is training program. Training program is to facilitate learning of the skills and strategies. Especially design training program was carried out for about 15 hours as a part of the mandatory EAP course, and there are 3 parts of training process consist. First is training of research and steps which took place in computer labs and in the library, and second, training in analytical skills, and last is training of presentation skills. And second is students need guidance and training. So to improve this activity, students are given the opportunity to practice several things to improve their skills. First is evaluating research, generating and organizing information. Second, finding relation, causes and effect, comparing and contrasting ideas. And third, interpreting data and results. Fourth, inferring, synthesizing, analyzing, and paragraphing information. Fifth, making judgment, explaining and drawing conclusion. And so the last steps is students were given numerous examples. Yes, this example modeled by the tutors and present in the videos on how to make a successful presentation, giving them a chance to observe, practice the following presentation skills. And there are 5 steps for this. First is how to introduce a topic to the audience, outline ideas and grab attentions, and second, how to follow an outline involve the audience, and third, how to stay focused and use reference, and fourth, how to use notes, eye contact and voice, and how to hold attention, handle us how to construct visual aids and use them effectively.
Hello everyone, my name is Rika Maisyah, and the last we will discuss about findings. The researcher recognized that assessment of the research-related skills employed by students was made more difficult by the interplay of factors such as personality, confidence, and ability in spoken English, which for most students is below the level of their written English. Nevertheless, the observation of oral Balqis key skills for more effective academic presentation 193 presentation from the group of students show that they acquired many research and analytical thinking skills as a result of their classroom training and research practice. While the degree to which individuals employed skills in the first presentation varied considerably, results were much more uniform in the post-training second semesters, with the majority of students applying the skills acquired through the training to their works. The use of some skills. In both semesters, topics should have been suitably narrowed since students were required to submit them for the lecturer's approval before preparing their presentation. Similarly, there was a requirement that students use a minimum number of references in preparing their assignment and present for making outline and the overall structure of their work, clearly their introduction and conclusion. In a small number of instances, some students appear not to have utilized strategies in the second semester that were evident in their first semester's presentation. The reason for this can only be surmised, as no real pattern is apparent across this presentation. One student who regrets chose a more descriptive topic in the second semester, and he might have found it harder to formulate research question and conclusion for his second topic, while another student who chose an analytical topic in both semesters was able to formulate research question, introduction, and conclusion. Students will require many more hours of supported practice to master these skills and to use them in a systematic and comprehensive way. To be able to establish comprehensively the effect of the EAP training, a control group of students who were offered no training would have to be established. The nature of the sample population employed in the study was largely determined by administrative procedure and ethical issue. It would be unethical to deprive one group of students of the training that constitute a component of a credit-bearing course subjected to the allocation of the final grade.
Conclusion is how come students are willing and able to adopt new methods and keen to follow their individuals' interest and creativity study, but they require a guidance and help from their lecturer to make the transition from prior learning and practice to the inquisitive and individualistic style of tertiary education. That's all from our presentation. Hopefully the material presented is useful for you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.